Welcome everyone to Dallas Meditation Center and Awakening Heart Community of Mindful Living. I hope you've had a great weekend and I'm glad you've joined us here today. And if you're here live with us, welcome. And if you're finding us on YouTube later in the week or some other time, welcome to you as well. And please stay and meditate with us and share our time together. It's a very easy practice to follow along with. No expectations, just be present in this moment, be present with your breath. And I welcome you, if you're over on YouTube, to check in, and if you're there live, check in the chat window. It's always good to know there's someone on the other side, and I will read those a little bit later on in our broadcast. And tonight, we will be going over to Zoom earlier than usual. Normally we go over there for our talk, or not for our talk, after the talk, for our sharing and discussion. Today we will be doing the talk on Zoom. And so you will meditate with us here on YouTube, and then after that I will give the link on Zoom for you to come over. And so just know that I'll put that up here in a little bit. But for now, just sit back and find that comfortable position. And again, no need for any expectation or anything, just be present. And so I will sound the bell 3 times, and then you can join us if you know the opening affirmation.
Noble community, we gather here now to honor the way of peace and nonviolence, the way of wisdom and compassion, the way of joy and beauty, in solidarity with one another, with all humanity, and with all life on earth. Friends on the path, we gather here now to deepen our solidity like a mountain, and to renew our freshness like a flower, through mindful sitting and walking, mindful singing and breathing, and mindful speaking and listening. Family of awakening, we gather here now to celebrate the one infinite light that shines through many religions and many cultures, to cultivate the wisdom of our many teachers, both ancestral and contemporary, and to affirm the capacity within ourselves and all persons of every race, gender, orientation, and tradition to realize full and complete enlightenment.
Hello everyone, welcome, as Cornell said, to Awakening Heart Sangha. This is Sunday, March the 21st, have to look at my calendar, and we're delighted that you can be with us. We have a special evening in store for you. We're going to be joined by Supriya from Ananda, and I think some of you may know her. I'll tell you a little bit more about her later as an introduction, but welcome, and please join in on our meditation and later for the sharing and listening to this Dharma talk. Thank you.
Okay. Please join me in the contemplation before sitting. The Sangha is invited to go back to our breathing so that our collective energy of mindfulness brings us together as an organism, going as a river with no more separation. Let the whole Sangha breathe as one body, generate peace as one body, be free as one body. Let us transcend the boundaries of a delusive self, liberating ourselves from the superiority complex, the inferiority complex, and the equality complex. We are aware that that the happiness and suffering of all people is also our own happiness and suffering. We see ourselves in all people and all people in ourselves. We are one with those caught in situations of oppression. We are also one with the oppressors. We are one with the wise and good people who are present everywhere in the world. We are one with those who are able to embrace the whole of this world with their heart of love and their two arms of caring action. We are a people with enough peace, joy, and freedom to be able to offer fearlessness and the joy of life to living beings around us. We see that we are not alone. The love and the joy of great beings who are present in this world are supporting us, not allowing us to drown in despair, and showing us the way of understanding, compassion, and right action.
Dear Thai, dear Sangha, dear friends, oh, it's so nice to meet together and spend time meditating together. It's such a treasure, a little treasure on a spring day. And so I invite you to find your seat. And also, if you would like to lie down, if you need some rest this afternoon, feel free to recline or find your chair. In any case, we always start with the stability of our base. So finding your feet on the floor or your legs crossed or on a stool, feeling the firmness of your body as it touches the ground, finding the gravity in that space. So you can really feel connected. You're not just drifting, you are connected. And then finding your shoulders over your hips, and letting your shoulders reach down. Taking a breath there. The crown of your head reaches up. Relax your brow, relax your face muscles. Just coming into this time together. If you can, just letting your breath make its way into your tummy and create a soft belly for the air to fill you. Noticing any resistance to allowing your belly to soften. Is there some part of you that still wants to sort of hold it tight? Just noticing that. And then just gently work with that breath to just gently unfold in your belly and let it soften. And just allow yourself to be anywhere you are right now, any place that you are. There's no right or wrong to how we show up for our meditation. It just is. So just allow that to be. Let it be. No matter what state you're in, it's okay. And so we're going to begin today. We're going to look at the elements. It's a beautiful spring day here, and I thought it would be apropos to notice the elements. And I want to invite you to join me on a hike that I did, and the way that hike went. I'll take you along with me. So it was driving to a new place that I had never hiked before. So there was a little bit of nerve-wracking business of driving in the highways and then finally finding this little remote spot. And so then adjusting myself as I put on my boots and got my water bottle and my day pack, all gearing up for this afternoon of hiking. And then trying to find the trailhead and pondering, scratching my head, where is that trailhead? And it's not like the book says, and all these sorts of things. And I began to see that this is a lot like meditation, that when we first begin to sit, it's sometimes difficult to let go of all that we've been interacting with up until that point. And so noticing, allowing for a settling down period in your meditation. And to me, that was to finally find the trailhead and to begin to walk. And as I walked, I noticed that I was irritated and tense and my steps were uneven. And again, it felt like the beginning parts of a meditation. And so then I began to recognize the cool air. And I brought my attention to my breath. So let's take our attention to our breath as we begin the settling period and noticing the quality of air. So taking nice breaths, just bringing your focus to the breath all the way through, from the beginning to the end. And as you're breathing, you may ponder the question, how does my body contain the air element? Let that be a contemplation. And as I began and continued to walk down the path, I began to find that I had more of a rhythm. I could feel my feet on the earth. I could smell the forest. I could hear and smell the leaves and see the flowers and smell the dirt. So I began to settle, much as we do in meditation. I began to ponder the earth element. How do we possess the earth element in our bodies? This is a good contemplation as we continue to walk down the path. How do we contain the earth elements? And then I'm now feeling steady, grounded, rhythm. I have a rhythm, beginning to feel more at ease. And I rounded the bend, and there was a lake and a dog, a friendly dog. And the lake was still and reflective, calm. The dog was very friendly, just saying hello. There were fish flopping and splashes of water. And that you could hear the birds when they would take flight, you could hear their wings on the water flapping. Begin to wonder to myself, how does our bodies hold the water element? This is a good contemplation. Now the sun is becoming hot as it rises in the sky on my hike. But my pace is conditioned now to the outdoors, and I walk with energy and aliveness and steadiness and confidence. I walk with a flow of energy, and I ask myself, how does the fire energy manifest in my being? And this is a good contemplation. Coming now to the end of the hike, I began to ponder these elements, all of them together. And I also realized how much I love walking quietly with nature so that I can do these types of contemplations. And I began to see how each of these elements, air, earth, water, and fire, all contain each other. And I'm wondering if you can see that too. And now let's enjoy Bobby singing the Brahma Viharas.
May all beings be happy. May all beings be free. May all beings be joyful. May all beings be May all beings be happy. May all beings be free. May all beings be joyful. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be at peace. May all beings be at peace.
The three jewels of our practice represent the qualities and nature that are in each of us. Our Buddha nature is our nature to move past obstacles, the guiding force that helps us to move along a path to freedom. The Dharma represents the words and teachings that help us keep moving forward on our path to freedom. The Dharma is expressed not only in the words we hear and read, but in the words that each of us uses when we communicate. The Sangha is the community that gathers and positively supports each other along the path to freedom. Our practice group that is gathered today is a Sangha. Those that could not make it today are also the Sangha. Our families and other supportive groups in our everyday lives are also part of our Sangha. We take refuge in the Buddha, the awakening heart of infinite light, that which shows us the way in this life. We take refuge in the Dharma, the awakening path of infinite light, the way of understanding and of love. We take refuge in the Sangha, the awakening community of infinite light, those who live in harmony and awareness.
Thank you, Jennifer, for that wonderful meditation, and for leading us in the three jewels, and Bobby for leading us in the Brahma Viharas. And so tonight, as I've mentioned earlier in our gathering, and as you've been watching the chat in the Zoom window, or in the YouTube window, sorry, I'm running two screens at once and I keep calling one the other. On the YouTube window, we will be going over to Zoom here in just a moment. I will say hello to those of us who did check in on YouTube. Hello to John, bowing in from Plano. And Sandy says namaste. Catherine bowing in. Mike bowing in. Tina bowing in. Billy says hi. And Steve bows in. And Luis bows in. And Luis says, great. Great walk, Jennifer. Thanks. Next time. Okay. He mentioned something about the dog. I was happy the dog joined you on your walk. And Neil bows in. So I invite you now to join us over on Zoom, and you should see that link in the chat window, and we'll see you there in a few moments. And in the meantime, I'm going to turn it over to you, Bobby, while I push a bunch of buttons. So goodbye to you on YouTube for now.
Well, hello everyone.